Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be doing chapter 2 on the book It Starts With Food. This chapter is called Our Nutritional Framework. The testimonial for this chapter is about a lady who is 46 years old, and she starts her testimonial out as explaining how she is one of those people who have gained and lost the same 50 pounds like all of her life. And I too am that person, you know, the up and down type of deal, where you'll get all motivated and diet and exercise, and then something happens in life where you quit both cold turkey and then you gain it right back. So we're looking for something that is going to keep that weight off, you know, for the rest of our lives, and that way our health can be at its best. So we feel better, you know, we aren't sick all the time, we aren't having to take all this medication for issues that we're dealing with, just because of the foods that we're eating. This chapter gets into explaining further that they are focused on the paleo side of things, that's what kind of stemmed everything for the Whole30. And they talk about back in 10,000 years ago, when our ancestors were hunters and gatherers, you know, they had it right. You know, they were eating foods that we were created to eat. The foods that we're eating nowadays, our bodies are not genetically, you know, made to break that stuff down. I mean, they're serving and selling things that are nearly plastics. You know, certain things are only a few molecules away from being plastic. And I'm sorry if the FDA thinks that's cool. It's not. I mean, if we're, you know, made to eat things like fresh fruit and vegetables and meat, what happens to our bodies when we ingest things that are nearly plastic? I mean, obviously there's no nutritional value to something like that, but we're still having to break it down somehow. It ends up in our cells. It ends up in going through our bloodstream, which hits every organ in our body. So what's it doing to us? Not just short term, but if we're chronically taking stuff like that in, what is it doing to us? You end up with disorders and diseases and things that you have to take medication for, when in all reality, if you just quit eating that trash, your issue would be probably cured. So that's just kind of where their head's at with the Whole30. They go in to talk about people questioning if their program is scientifically proven and all that stuff. Not only is it research proven through science, but also they have the clinical evaluation through all the testimonials that they have. However, we as individuals, and I said this yesterday, we have to make ourselves our own experiment. We can't base someone else's experience and go off of off of their results, because we're each different. So for example, let's say a wife decides to do the Whole30, but the husband, he's intrigued, but he's not bought it yet. He don't want to give up all of his, you know, food that he eats for 30 days. So she does the whole 30 days, and she ate nothing but what she was supposed to, and then she starts to incorporate, let's say, milk. Let's say she takes a drink of milk or a glass of milk, and shortly after, she nearly, you know, pooped her pants because it hit her that quickly. So he's like, oh man, you know, I can't eat milk now. That's not the case. Everybody's different. Milk may affect her differently than what it would him, but he's never going to know until he does those 30 days and then starts to incorporate those foods back in. Okay, we gotta listen to what our body is telling us. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. They had a really cute, well, not cute, I should say, but I thought it was a fun and like a little quote. It said, paralysis by analysis. And the reason that they said that was they used coffee as an example. They were talking about people using the internet to look for, sorry, my nose itches, looking for, you know, research and how to be healthy and all this stuff. Well, there's some things out there that says that coffee causes cancer, and then there's some other things that says that coffee's good for you. So people go paralyzed because they don't know what to do. So they just kind of give up and they're like, well, nobody knows. We'll just keep living my life, you know, living in misery, dealing with my issues through medication, and go from there. But Whole30 has the answer. You just got to go through those 30 days to figure it out for yourself. If you are dealing with something on a daily basis that you're just like, I'm over it, I can't take it anymore, I'm tired of taking all these pain medicines, I'm tired of taking all these medications that are giving me these side effects that are worse than the issue at hand, do the Whole30, give it a chance, and just see what happens. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? You're just eating awesome food for 30 days. You know, it's not like it's gonna kill you or anything. So, it's not like you're taking a diet pill, which is questionable if it could harm you. I mean, those things are bad for your heart, you know, or some sort of supplement that we really don't know if it's actually good for you or not. So this is just all food. That's all you're doing. You're just changing how you're eating. Nothing special, no counting calories, no measuring anything. You have a list of food, you buy from that list, you eat only things from that list for 30 days, and then you just see how things change for you, okay? Let's see here. This chapter was kind of short, and I'm sorry it doesn't give more, but I don't want to do more than one chapter at a time because I don't want to make my videos any longer than they have to be. So that's really it for that chapter. If I can do 3 later, I'll try to, but I have a few things I have to do, so I may not get to it. And like I said, I work the next 5 nights, so I doubt I'll be able to do anything for that time. So I apologize. But the next 4 chapters are digging more into the information that I think that everybody's wanting to hear, and it's the specifics about how food affects us and that sort of thing. So please like and share and comment. That way I have some sort of feedback because I don't want to just, you know, keep doing these videos and feel like not getting anywhere with anybody. So if you need support, if you have questions outside of what I've said, if you don't understand something, please feel free to message me. I will love to clarify for you. I actually enjoy to educate people, so please, by all means, reach out to me and I will answer as quickly as possible and as best as I can. But I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope you are enjoying these videos, and that way you don't have to read the book yourself. But I hope you do purchase it. That way you have a reference if you ever need to go back. This is what it looks like. Okay, so I will see you guys soon.